Okay, so the article starts and we actually see where Roxy and Shia are right now. They are on a pirate ship in 1718.
Wow, that's my favorite year for pirates.
That's a very good year for pirates, okay? Now, pirate ship is, of course, a ship for pirates. And pirates they were thieves, they were criminals. They attacked other ships and stole all their things. Now, as we said, in 1718, there were a lot of pirates. That is around the time the Pirates of the Caribbean movies are set. So that kind of time.
All right, so if we're talking about pirates in the Caribbean, we're talking about the part of the world that we would find the islands of Cuba or Jamaica or Haiti and the Dominican Republic. That kind of small sea below America, above South America, and to the west of Mexico. So that's where they are, now we know, and we know when they are, 1718. So, of course, Roxy is immediately thinking what a pirate would be thinking, but says, well, we didn't find any treasure. Of course, when you think pirates, you think treasure, and you think looking for and hopefully finding treasure. Why do you want to find treasure? Well, because it's great. It's also a word power word. Treasure is spelled T-R-E-A-S-U-R-E. T-R-E-A-S-U-R-E, treasure. Well, of course, we mentioned that pirates are looking for treasure, but what is treasure? Treasure generally, especially the kind that pirates are looking for, is really valuable stuff. Gold, diamonds, jewels, stuff like that. Famously, pirates will put their treasure in a box or a chest, a treasure chest, and then they'll bury it and hide it and mark it on a map with an X. Hopefully, that makes it easier to find. We can also, though, use treasure to talk about other valuable things. You might find treasures in a museum. Some old piece of history could be a treasure, or you could have your own treasure. Pictures of yourself as a kid, or pictures of you when you were a little kid with your friends, maybe your first teddy bear from when you were a baby. These things are very valuable to you, maybe not in a money kind of way, but in an emotional or feeling way. So basically, a treasure or treasure is anything that's really, really valuable for one reason or another. For example, we could say in the story, dragons love to collect and sleep on lots of treasure. In the story, dragons love to collect and sleep on lots of treasure. That must be uncomfortable. Dragons sleeping on treasure. That's in the Hobbit story, right?
That is indeed, and a few other stories besides.
Oh, okay.
But there's no treasure here. Roxy hasn't found any pirate treasure, so Shia has to say, never mind. Now, never mind is a phrase we can use to say don't worry too much about something, don't think too much about something, and we especially use it if something bad has kind of already happened and it's in the past. We can't change it, so don't let it bother you too much. We're saying that this problem isn't so big or isn't so bad. So he's saying, don't worry, we didn't find any treasure, it's okay, never mind.
It's okay. And then back to Shia, and Shia also says, it's time to go home. So that's why he might say, never mind the treasure, they're running out of time. They don't have time to look for more treasure because now it's time to go home. It's the time of day when they have to, return back to their home.
Okay, we now see in the description that Roxy and Shia use their time machine and go back to their Uncle Andrew's house. Of course, it's his machine.
Yep.
They need to put it back where they found it.
All right, so they're back in modern times in, of course, another part of the world, back where they live. But then Roxy asks the question that you would ask if you had a time machine, where do you want to go next? Right? Or when do you want to go next? That's true. They were just in 1718 in the Caribbean, but they don't have to go back. They can go anywhere they want. She wants to know where Shia would choose.
And Shia says, I'm not sure. I'll think about it. So, as we said, they have been many places.
Yes.
It's getting harder for them to
True.
think of new places. So, they're going to take some time and think it out.
All right. As we look back at the article, it says later, Uncle Andrew finds them. So this sentence sets up a sort of change of scene in our story. So it's a few hours later, and their Uncle Andrew appears and finds the two kids.
Yeah, of course, Roxy is very polite, says, hi, Uncle Andrew. As you do.
And Andrew responds by saying, hello, kids. And then Uncle Andrew asks a very good question, where is my time machine?
Okay.
It's his after all.
It is his, and Shia tells him it's in the garage. Okay, now that is our next word power word to look at. Garage is spelled G-A-R-A-G-E, garage. It's a noun. People in the UK will say garage. Okay, so for me, I would naturally say the time machine is in the garage, but I believe Americans pronounce it more like garage.
Garage.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Either way, they mean the same thing. Let's find out what it means. So, a garage is a building for keeping one or more cars or other vehicles in. You could store old things in there as well, boxes of stuff, tools for fixing things. Maybe some people even have a freezer in there, but it's mostly for cars. Here's an example sentence. The garage is big. You can park 3 cars in it. The garage is big. You can park 3 cars in it. Now, when Uncle Andrew asked that question, he asked, where? Where is my time machine? Where is something? And Shia replied using a preposition. It's in the garage, okay? When we use where with one of those prepositions of place, it's always in that kind of form. Where is something? It's in here. It's on here. It's at a particular place. Let's go to our magic box and find out how we can use that kind of language.